What's up, guys? Today is another day on the channel down here in Florida. The car is here, as you guys saw in Jack's video. The car is still in one piece. Nothing happened to it. No body damage, no fenders falling off, no hood flying and hitting a windshield, no wheels falling off, even though we homemade these Toyota wheels to fit onto here, and I center board these and then I cut the center out of it. These tires are actually brand new still too. I barely use these two. I decided to go back onto my 10s at the end of the day just for extra video purposes, and like if anybody did get some cool pictures, definitely throw it down in the comments from your OSW. I definitely want to see what those look like. The car is great. I have to really just keep taking care of it. These Yokohama tires, I'm going to get 2 brand new ones before I go to the next OSW event or a private day. In Jack's video, we saw that this piece here came off of the motor, and me and Jack were both like, where the heck did this thing come from? And I took the thermostat, I took the water neck off of Shaw's motor, and I believe that it goes right here onto this. So let's go ahead and see if it fits into there. And that is definitely where that goes. So I guess under all that pressure inside the motor in there, it ended up blowing it right out of this coolant hose right here. So we got to get some new coolant hoses. I ordered those up today, some Z1 Motorsports silicone hoses for the top and the bottom. Those should be here on Friday, and I'll be putting those on in the next 180 video. I'm also going to try to go ahead and go to the farm and get my other 240 rolling so that I can bring it over here and see what I can do with it. I have a plan for that car. I just don't know if it's going to go through yet. I won't really talk too much about it until I know exactly what I'm going to be doing with it. So before we go to the next OSW or open house or anything that we do with this car besides just driving it down the street and doing a couple pulls, I'm definitely going to go through it, make sure all of my power steering lines are still holding up very well, go through and make sure that my power steering reservoir is holding up, go through all the coolant lines, check everything over, really just make sure everything is doing what it needs to do. We may even throw it back in the dyno because Jack did some firmware updates on the ECU so that the revs will actually rev all the way and it will actually work the way it's supposed to. So we're going to put it on the dyno, see if we can't get a little extra horsepower out of it. The car, it does have 1000cc injectors, and it does have E85 with a boost controller and a flex fuel sensor in it. So if I run out of E85, I can always put 93 in it. I'd really like to see 300 horsepower in this car because I want to be in like low threes. So 3 to 320 horsepower is what I'm trying to get out of it. If I can't get it out of this turbo, then we're going to have to go ahead and get another turbo for it though, guys. But that's about it. Later on this afternoon, I'm going to go ahead and pull those 2 coolant hoses off it, drain the rest of the coolant that's in it out of it if there is any in the radiator, and just get it ready for the weekend. I'm going to take it out, wash it up, probably do a couple scenic washing pictures, and then we'll just figure out what else we're going to do today. The boat, hold on a second, guys, we'll talk a second. So guys, the boat is right here. She is full of water, as you guys probably saw in Jack's video too. Today I'm going to pull it out, wipe it down, clean it all off, get the brush out, scrub all of it down, get all the stuff off it again, and then redock it and then put it back in water so that I can just use it whenever I want to. Tonight I'm going to try to go get a second tractor, guys. This thing actually has a motor. Probably with a little bit of tune-up, it'll actually run. So we're going to go ahead and go grab that thing tonight and see what we can't do with that. Like I said in a previous video for the tractors, that if I can't get this one running fast enough, I'm going to just get another one and just have a little bit of fun with that one. So we'll see what we can do with this one, guys. And yeah, we'll see you a little bit later. Okay, guys, so it's the end of the day and we're working on the 180 here. I see that my throttle cable came out a little bit from down there. I'm gonna put that back down into there. I'm wearing slides right now because I stepped in a puddle of water. I was trying to fish, and I'm not a good fisher. So I stepped in a puddle, and my boot got wet, my sock got wet, but luckily I had the chocolates and another pair of socks in the truck. So I just changed shoes. But what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take off this lower radiator hose, take off this busted radiator hose, throw those in the garbage. I'm gonna go ahead, drive the car around the building, wash the car down, get all the coolant off the side of it, just get all the dust and all the stuff from the actual event off it too. So we're gonna go ahead and do that really quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and see what we can do with the boat real quick. Okay guys, not much happened. So I took that lower radiator hose out. Some coolant was in the bottom of the radiator, so that kind of spilled on the floor. I just put a cap on that just to like keep it safe for right now. And then I took the top one off over there, cut some zip ties off like for the front bumper so they're not just dangling around, and I lowered my throttle cable back down to where it should be. So now we're gonna go ahead, bring it around to the back side, and we're gonna go ahead and wash this thing up. So guys, let's see if she starts up again. Oh. There you go. All right, let's get around back so she doesn't overheat on me here. Okay guys, so I just saw pictures of this tractor. It's something here. It's something. It's probably gonna, I don't know what we're gonna do with it, but I'll just leave it up to you guys for what happens with it. I'm gonna go ahead and take the scooter out of the bed of my truck so that I can put it up in the bed of my truck, and we can just bring it back here. If I could get Heath to come out of the house, he'll probably come back with us, and we'll do some crazy stuff with this tractor, try to get it to run tonight or something. But we're gonna go ahead, move the truck over, and then we're gonna get this here out of the back so we can fit that nice tractor back here. So let's go ahead and get this stuff out. Okay guys, so we are at the site of the tractor. The truck is all unloaded. We got all the space we need, and then I don't know what we're gonna do with this thing, but hopefully we can make it look sick. Do you know if this thing's a diesel one? It's got this big muffler on the side here, which makes me think something, but it looks pretty sick. Gotta get it back to the shop and see what's going on with it though, guys. I want to get this thing sick. If I can't do anything with it, then at least it's out of this person's yard. So I'm helping somebody out, but this thing is pretty sick looking. So let's go ahead and try to snatch it out of the grass here and then load her up onto the truck. All right guys, so Heath is in front of me here. We couldn't get the tractor on the truck because it's really heavy, and the thing has no tire pressure, and we got to get it back to the shop. So Heath came with his trailer. We're bringing it back to the shop right now. We're gonna go and see what we can do with that thing. And I said I was gonna do something with the boat, but it's actually pretty dark out right now, so I'm probably just gonna wash up the 180, look at this tractor, and try to figure something out with it. So what do you think of my new tractor?
I have no words for this one yet.
We got to get it into the light too. It's pretty rusty, guys. It's pretty rusty. The outside is like rusty. I really hope it's a twin cylinder, because then what I think I'm going to do, honestly, is I'm going to probably just take this motor off and put it onto my other tractor, and we should be able to just do that. This thing is going to, if this one still doesn't make enough torque though, I will eventually switch it over to the dirt bike motor, because then that thing will be able to rev out high and I'll be able to shift it and be in different gears. So let's go ahead and get this thing off the trailer into the open shop here, because you know the 180 is not in there, and start digging into this thing. It's tiring, right?
It's a monster, dude.
I know. This thing's huge, guys. It's a big tractor there. Like, look at Heath next to it. It's big. So I put some air in this tire here. It kind of seems like it's leaking, but this tire has air in it. It's holding it. I'm going to try to put some air in this front tire so that it's easier to roll, because this thing's like, it's so hard to roll right now. I'll probably switch one of my front tires from that tractor onto this one, or I'll just take those two tires off of that and put it on the front here so that it's easier to roll around. Heath figured out how to lift the front up. Did I just have it latched?
Yeah, it's still actually holding on both sides, dude. I cannot believe
that those are not rotted off.
There's some stuff on here that should be gone that is still here.
So it's only got one spark plug, so that's not a good sign. So it's probably not a twin engine, but it's probably just a really big one-cylinder engine. So with that said, we should probably still be able to make some power with it. Just look at the size of this exhaust. Like, that thing is huge. You guys could probably fit in there. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and try to fix up this thing a little bit so it's a little easier to roll around for us, and we're gonna definitely take off this deck tonight and just kind of see what else we got going on here. So let's keep moving with it, guys. Come on, man, cameraman. Okay, so on Parks Racing Channel here today, we're gonna jack up this tractor. We're gonna get this deck off. We're gonna do a quick change on these front wheels here so we can actually roll it around, and that's all I got so far. So let's go ahead, let's see how this works. This thing is so heavy, God, that you actually need a jack to take the deck off. Keith was like, oh, we shouldn't lift it up because I don't want you to throw out your back like Sean, so.
Yeah, let's keep her.
Oh, man, I was gonna do something. Oh, it's so close. We're gonna need to sweep up the shop after.
Yeah.
It's almost off though. It's holding us now. Oh, it's like this center pin thing over there. I think if I take off this cotter pin, I think it'll just fall on the ground.
Good luck getting it out.
Okay, now should be good. There you go. Oh, not yet. Oh, we're stuck in a jack.
A little higher here.
Yeah, there you go. Boom. Anybody want a Toro quick change thing here? It's free. Come pick it up. It'll be next to the dumpster. Okay, guys. So now the seat's off it. So now we can actually go ahead and, you know. There we go. So now we can go ahead and take this thing too. Get rid of that. Don't need that. Now that we have our seat and seat remnants, we're going to go ahead and move this thing outside. The back tires hold there. That one front tire holds there. The shock still works. There's a lot of ants on this thing. So what we're going to do is they're probably on me too. So we're going to go ahead and bring it outside a little bit more. And then we're going to go ahead and try to blow all this rust off into like the wind. And yeah. Okay guys, so going through the tractor here, we're starting to find little things that were wrong with it from the start. So the starter wire right here, the positive that goes to it, was not fully connected right there. The battery wasn't connected either. Obviously you probably did that for storage. This relay right here is pretty crusty. It was also dangling down here and was held on by a zip tie right there. Our 25 amp fuse was completely melted in there, so I'm kind of hoping that we just kind of put some new fuses in it, change out the gas, put a fresh battery in it, and put a brand new spark plug in it, and we should be able to try to start her up. I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to hold the battery off to the side along with the, and just opt out the whole key situation, just jump the starter itself and see if it does anything. We're also going to check the oil in it before we start all this. We cleaned out the air filter, just blew it all off. We blew everything off around the front there. I'm going to try to crank it over by hand to start and see if I can't see anything. When I take out the spark plug, I'll look in there with a flashlight and see if the piston is like super rusty or anything like that. But Heath is over here trying to take this whole relay piece out right there so that we can, or the fuse box, so we can change out that 25 because it's really, really melted in there, guys. Like, that's really bad. So hopefully this is kind of all the problems that we have and we can try to just start her up after. We did check the oil and there is oil in there. So that's a good sign. So that there's probably oil in there. So that means that the crank is probably not all rusty. That probably also means that the piston is probably not all rusty. So let's go ahead and get this stuff off and then we'll get back to you in a couple minutes. So guys, my worst fear for the whole thing was that there was a snake on it. And there he is, sitting right there. Right there, where's the light? Boom. Right there. I knew there was a snake in there, guys. I hate snakes. That's like my worst thing. Woo. Yeah. No, not for me, man. Eventually, oh, there he goes, climbing right into the bush. Maybe one day I'll hold a snake, but not today. Not today, man. That's literally like my only fear.
It's a black racer. I believe they're poisonous.
Good.
No, they are poisonous. I'm sorry, they're poisonous. They're just supposed to be really fast. And we caught one, so just good luck.
I'm kind of shaking now, guys. I hate snakes. But
It can't hurt you.
it can definitely hurt me, man. We were really deep in this thing and he was just chilling in there. Okay, guys, so the snake tried to come back in the shop. Heath got it out again. Was in the bush, made its way back over here. got in a shop, almost got stuck in there. Then he came back out, and now he's on a thing in the trailer, and he better stay the F over there. So we got it all set up. I got the fuses back into here. Got our 25 and our 15. I had to wiggle and jiggle and use a pick and a pair of pliers to get that out, all the old pieces out, but that's in there now. Heath is gonna hold the ground and the battery up there. I'm gonna hold the positive on, and then I'm just gonna try to jump this here with a screwdriver and see if it does anything. If we got a crank, we're in business, boys. We haven't changed out the spark plug yet, but we're gonna do that once we start hearing a crank. So here you go. Got her there. I'm gonna go ahead and push this down to there. Okay, and then
I got a screwdriver. Or no. Okay, my hands are hot.
Oh, it's cranking. It's making noise. It's a good sign. Let's go ahead and pop this spark plug out now and see what's in there. Okay, guys, so we just took the fuel bowl off. So the fuel system was dry. There was nothing in there. There's just a little bit of dirt from leftover fuel that just kind of evaporated. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're going to put a line from the actual fuel pump here straight into this tank right here full. It's not really full, but it's got a little bit of gas in there. And before we do that, we're going to go ahead and just plumb this up, put it in there, and then we're gonna crank it over and see if we can get fuel to come out of here. If we can, then that means that we're gonna have all three things, and then it's gonna be something stupid that's probably not gonna work for us. So we're gonna try to also like lube up some of this stuff so that it'll actually move right. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and see what we can do with this kind of stuff here. So guys, our pseudo gas tank is working here. We got this gas tank off of my other tractor because our fuel pump didn't work that Mr. Wolverine here thought was gonna work.
It's so old and metal.
So he thought it was gonna work. It's probably sun inside, it's probably not working. So we'll eventually take that off and see what we can find out about that thing. Maybe get a different fuel pump, or we'll just figure out how to get it so that it'll just be gravity fed the whole time. Like I said, guys, this might go on my other tractor here, so we'll have to figure out another way to get that thing to work there anyway. So let's go ahead. We got a nice battery set up over here on a block of wood. We got two terminals holding it on there, and we're still jumping the starter solenoid here to try to get it to start. We got spark, we got crank, we got air. Now we got some fuel. Oh, it's leaking a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and try to start it before it starts leaking. Like, hey, don't mess with it. Just leave it. Leave it for right now. We're gonna go ahead and try to start it right now. Hopefully it doesn't catch on fire. So let's go ahead and try this. We're off again. There you go. Just hold that. There you go. So we got it running there. So guys, we got it running. That's the start for tonight. Was it idle up? Pushing the choke a little bit. Oh, it just turns it off now? Okay. So guys, you kill it. Our little lizard friend here was in there. We stirred him up at night here, so he had to run away. But guys, dude, we got it. We got it. Good job. So there we go. Started the tractor, got it running, got to get some tires for the front. You got to figure out a battery situation. I'll probably get the correct battery for it tomorrow. And guys, we might be riding this thing tomorrow. This is sick. This is awesome. I'm psyched that I have another running tractor now. So guys, it doesn't sound like it's too fast though, but we can make it fast. We could change the carburetor. We could change a couple other things.
Dude, it's got the Walbro already on it.
It's got a Walbro already on it, but the Walbro ain't working like the Walbro that we're used to here. So inside in there, the Walbro isn't working. The whatever the heck float or whatever that one is in there isn't working right. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Yeah, guys.
It works. It smells like death. I wish you guys could smell this, but
yeah, it doesn't smell great in there too, probably.
You saw how many have crawled out of it tonight. We've had one snake,
A
three
lizards. 2 lizards?
Yeah, I thought it was 3.
Well,
I definitely counted 2.
we had a bunch of bees in there that I sprayed with some headliner spray so that they got all sticky. But yeah, guys, this is a good start. We'll be back to you in a minute. All right, guys, so the car is all cleaned up here. I didn't film it because it wasn't anything crazy. We have enough tractor footage too. This thing's sick, and I can't wait to get it rolling and driving tomorrow. But yeah, guys, it's all done, all cleaned up. This side, I think, has some water spots on it, so I'm definitely gonna have to have Alex detail it and get it really nice. I didn't even do the front bumper because I don't really care about the front bumper, but it's on there for right now, and I'll get it on. I'll get the other one over there sitting on there nice when I need to get it on there. But that's about it though, guys. If you guys like the channel, like the videos, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and if you're not notified, you don't have the notification bell on, definitely hit that because there's going to be a lot more 180 content, tractor content, truck stuff, boat stuff. This channel is just a wide variety of everything. I even got my moped over there. That thing I got to fix up a little bit more too, but that's it, guys. I will see you guys in the next one.